Fairbury, Illinois, here at the Fairbury Speedway, the quarter-mile semi-banked clay oval that is the three-time UMP Dirt Car Track of the Year tonight holds home to the Western States Dwarf Car Association COVID-19 race event once again. Behind the cameras tonight, I've got Charles Wooten, myself, Brandon Kreutz here, all by my lonesome up here in the broadcast booth. And ladies and gentlemen, looking for another good night of racing with these guys that we've seen so many times in the past. These guys always put on such a great show here, and tonight looking to do it again at the Fairbury Speedway. Tonight's program brought to you by a few people, obviously put on by the Western States Dwarf Car Association. Steve Alberti behind this, Tim Gilbert, Danny Davis, Bain Racing, and M&M Chassis, all partners with the event here tonight. And by the way, race fans, a couple of familiar names, Ryan Ziotti and Ryan Winter. There's been a $20 bounty put up against those two drivers to anybody that can beat them as long as they make the A main here tonight. So it's going to be one interesting show here tonight, as it always is, but a little bit of extra cash on the line, a little bit of extra incentive for some of these drivers out here. Of course, we want to thank the race officials here on the night as well. Buddy Mills Jr. and Grayson Wells going to be taking the control here as far as officialing duties go here tonight, so a good shout out to those guys. And you may see Jake Swanson's name out there as well. That's actually going to be Jessica Swanson out there on the racetrack in the race car here tonight. So Jessica going to be the entry in that machine, in the Jake Swanson machine here tonight. These guys going to be finishing up practice here in just a few moments, just a couple of minutes, and we'll be heading into time trial action. Talk about the format a little bit here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a 5-minute qualifying period, best of 4 laps. So these drivers get 4 laps, 4 opportunities to try to set the top time here tonight and try to go top of the board. Heat racing formats here tonight, as it always is here with these guys. 10 lap heat races, 4 will advance to the feature. It's going to be 1 consolation here if we need it. That consolation is going to be 20 laps, 1 car to the feature. It's going to be a 5-minute warm-up in between the consolation and the feature events. We'll go to a quick commercial break at that moment. We'll come back for A main racing. 40 laps is the distance. So that's going to be your racing formats here tonight. WSDCA, ladies and gentlemen, here to put on another good show for all of the race fans tonight. Track is going to be reworked slightly before time trials. I believe they're going to leave that bottom groove alone. Let the top side tack back up just a little bit. So I imagine that's where everybody's going to want to run here for their qualifying laps. In about 30 more seconds, we'll head over to time trial racing action, and we'll wait for the top times to come in. So again, race fans, you're watching WSDCA Racing here live on LSRTV, your home for sim racing. And of course, a quick shout out to our channel sponsors, Sawblade.com, Run Lean. And of course, I've got to pull up my sponsor list. Clan Wars Servers, the official communication partner of LSRTV. Also, Fame and Design and Media. Look fast, feel famous. And East Coast Motorsports Media, the P1 news source for racing news along the East Coast. And of course, Race on Texas and 52 Media, the sole owners here at LSRTV. These guys out here for qualifying now and waiting for top times to come on in. First at the top of the board is going to be Richard Lewis. He's going to hang on there up there just for a few moments. Again, these guys get 4 laps around this Fairbury Speedway to attempt to take the top time. Now Ryan Winter shoots to the top of the board, 12.578. It's going to be a quick time around this place. I noticed these guys, some of these guys running high, some of these guys running about the mid-groove. Nobody able to run right down against those tires at this moment. And of course, it does flatten out quite a bit down there, so it is a little bit more difficult to run that bottom line with some speed unless it's pretty slick out there. So on a tacky track, I think the top side is where these guys are going to want to be. Of course, Ryan Winter always out there proving me wrong. He turns the top time right around the bottom of this racetrack, I do believe. So that's going to be a 12.435 for Ryan Winter. And again, he's one of the bounty cars out there. Him and Ryan Diotti both have a bounty, $20 bounty set on them for anybody that can beat either one of those drivers here tonight. And just a clarification, they do have to finish the A main. So neither one of those drivers can have a DNF. They have to finish that race under green condition. So these guys continue to roll in lap times. Just a couple of minutes left here up on the board, and we'll be heading to heat racing action here in just a few moments. So again, Ryan Winter still holding strong there up at the top of the board. Just a few thousandths off of his practice time, which is quite impressive here up in time trials. Ridge Abbott going to be sitting there, back there in the second spot. Sean Jones hanging on to that third position. That's going to be top three. Marcus Hardina going to be back there in that fourth spot, and Darren Brown holding the top five so far. So just about a minute left here, folks, and of course, perfect opportunity for everybody to grab their popcorn, grab their drink, get ready to sit down and watch some heat racing action here tonight. Again, the Western States Dwarf Car Association here live at LSRTV. We're happy to have everybody here. Feel free to like and subscribe. And we're trying to hit that 7,000 subscriber mark. We're almost there. Got there a lot faster than we thought we would here since taking over the LSRTV channel. And we are, again, really happy to be here, really happy to be back in business here and coming at you with a lot of strong racing here. Of course, this Sunday, don't miss the USMTS Modifieds here, live right here on LSRTV. And of course, their Facebook page. So it's going to be pace car out on track here for heat race number 1. It's going to be Ryan Winter up there starting on the pole position. Zachary Green starting outside first row. Second row inside is going to be Mark Hansen. Brandon Wiley starting in that fourth position. Jake Swanson starting fifth. Starting in that sixth spot is going to be Cody Majors. Michael Keebler starting in seventh. Frederick Snyder going to be starting that eighth position. And Ron Lingren going to be starting ninth on the board here tonight. So 9 cars here in heat race number 1. These guys getting ready to rock and roll out here. Ryan Winter going to be your control car here off the initial start. Pace car rolls off. These guys will get just 2 pace laps around the Fairbury Speedway. Again, at site, quarter-mile racetrack, perfect for these little midgets. And these guys, again, put on one good show for these small race cars. And small race cars doesn't mean small power. These guys, weight to power ratio is unbelievable in these machines. So these guys gotta be ripping this place apart here in just a few moments. Pace car pulls in down the back straightaway. It's going to be Ryan Winter bringing the field to the green flag. This time around in the 4. They come down out of corner number 4. He's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air for the first time of the night. Down out of corner number 2, like a bullet out of a gun, goes the 4 machine. They're going to be side by side behind him. 0-4 down on the low side now. Looking maybe 3 wide, 79 up top. Mark Hansen looking for position. He's going to steal that second spot away. Now Cody back there for the 3rd spots. And they're going to take that away from him as well. Brandon Wiley over that high side. Up there in that 33 machine now. It's going to be the 4 car. Ryan Winter pulling away up front. He's got a good lead over the rest of the field. Mark Hansen hanging on back there in second. Wiley down low. Green up there in that 0-4. These guys going to pull some crossovers and some sliders on each other. Now down out of corner number 4 once again. Look at that wheelie. Big air time for the 0-4. He hangs on to it. He may have company up top around the outside. Goes the 54. Not quite able to hold the momentum that time around. He's going to try again down out of corner number 4 now. And Cody Majors trying to make something happen. Not quite a big cushion up there yet, so these guys going to have to keep building up that high side and making that top groove come to life. But right now it's going to be 0-4 Zachary Green hanging on to that 4th spot down there on the bottom of that 3rd spot, however. And again, it's going to be 4 cars. The features, that transfer spot, as of right now, belongs to Cody Majors. Still out front of this thing so far is going to be Ryan Winter. He's going to come around to take 2 laps to go at the line, this time by the corner number 4. These guys all starting to merge into lap traffic now. Mark Hansen contact with a lap vehicle. They're going to keep it going, but now he's got company for second around the inside of him. We got one around in front of these leaders. He manages to get out of the way. We stay green. Zachary Green hangs on to that 2nd position. Now these guys are all going to have company behind him. Here comes Cody Majors. Checkered flag is already in the air. Down at the corner number 4, your heat race number 1 winner is going to be Ryan Winter. Zachary Green coming home into that 2nd spot. Cody Majors in 3rd. 4th is going to be Mark Hansen. Brandon Wiley finishing in that 5th spot. That rounds out your top 5 for heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out onto the racetrack now. Ridge Abbott going to be your pole sitter here for heat race number 2. Michael Grenhard going to be starting outside of him in that 2nd position. Cody Peters starting 3rd. 2nd row inside. 2nd row aside. And that 4th spot is going to be Nick Velasquez. Richard Lewis starting 5th. Darren Balestrini going to be starting that 6th spot. Kobe Kern starting 7th. And rounding out the field in that 8th position is going to be Jeffrey Briggs. So again, 8 cars going to be starting here at heat race number 2. We're going to have all 5 heat races here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So a full field of drivers out here ready to take to some racing action. Pace car already off the field, moving behind it. So not this time, but next time out of turn 4, the field will be coming to the drop of the green flag. Your control car, it's going to be that car number 1 up here on the front row. Michael Grenhart in the 12 going to be at his outside. Pace car going to be making its way down into the safety of the infield this time around. Field in the hands of Abbott going to be starting on the pull here. These guys come into the firing zone down out of corner number 4. On the throttle, green flag is in the air. Down out of quarter number 2, it's going to be 3 wide back there for that third position. Look down, big contact, an outside ball behind him. They keep it going. We stay green so far. It's going to be 3, almost 4 wide for that second position. Those guys all sorted out now, and crossover car upside down in front of them. No cautions in the heat races. We stay green. That guy, he's going to get towed out of the way. Cody Peters up there in that second position. He's ripping the high side. Abbott going to stay out in the lead so far. Peters may have company from the inside. Velasquez going to be looking for that second position in the 14 machine now. Down low, he's going to gain the position, trying to go for the crossover. Is that 30 machine down low? Peters on the low side, going to be trying to rock it once again, almost 3 wide for that second spot. Eyes back there on that transfer position now is... He's sitting in a pretty good spot back there. Richard Lewis, he's in that transfer spot into the feature so far, just trying to keep things calm. Velasquez going to be up there rocking a high side once again. He hangs on to that second position. Abbott, he's got a little bit of lap traffic in front of him now. Just a handful of laps to go here. So the number 1 machine so far in P1. Velasquez may have more company behind Tim. Peters not going to give up on that spot. Now drifts up a little bit too high. He has to correct all the way down low. There was almost contact with your third place, or your fourth placement back there rather, but everybody keeps it going straight. We're clean and green so far in heat race number 2. 2 laps to go at the line. These guys, again, fighting through the same lap traffic, and that was almost big implications there for Richard Lewis. He tried to gain the position, almost contact with the 30 machine once again, up there off the high side of the racetrack. So much for playing it easy for Richard Lewis back there. He was trying to gain that position. He's ripping the low side. Your heat race winner crosses the line. It's going to be Abbott, Velasquez, Peters, Lewis, and Grenhart going to be your top 5. Lewis grabs the transfer. Heat race number 3 lining up on racetrack now. Starting on pole, front row inside, it's going to be the 80 machine, Sean Jones, Ryan Diotti. Again, one of the bounty cars, as long as he finishes the game main, starts outside first row. Second row inside, starting in that third position, it's going to be James Lassiter, I apologize. Troy Stevenson starting in that 4th position. Fifth's going to be Ren Johnson. Tyler Blasher going to be starting in that 6th spot. Tony Steffenmeiser going to be starting in that 7th spot. And Colton Davis rounding out the 8th spot. Final of the field here in heat race number 3. So again, not this time, but next time out of turn 4. The field in the hands of your leader, Sean Jones, up front. Ryan Ziotti going to be to his outside. Those are going to be your first 2 cars. Control car, of course, is going to be Ryan Jones. Pace car pulls into the safety of the infield this time by. The field crawls into the firing zone, this time out of corner number 4 once again. Sean Jones, he's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air for heat race number 3. We're underway. Ziotti rips that high side now. He may end up walking the lead away here on lap 1. Jones not going to just give it to him. Ryan Ziotti ripping that high side now. Sean Jones down low. Ziotti clears for that first position. It's still going to be a battle up there. Jones not going to give up quite yet. Down the front straightaway. Ziotti had him cleared by a car. Down the backstretch now. Jones gaining ground once again. Still going to be side by side. They come to take lap 3 this time at the line. Awesome racing up front so far for heat race number 3. Ziotti still trying to rip that high side. He's getting awfully close to that outside wall. He's relying on that cushion up there to hold him in place. Now Jones, who loses momentum, He's going to have to try to fight back on the inside. Just not going to be able to happen quite yet. No other battles around this racetrack so far. The transfer spot so far is clear. Closest battle right now is for that lead. Ziotti still up top. Sean Jones down now, rocking the middle side. Trying to find any grip out there that he can. It's going to be 3 laps to go, this time at the line. 57, Ryan Ziotti out front still, now pulling away by a good margin. That last time by, it was 4/10. Battle for the transfer spot, maybe starting to heat up a little bit back here now. Ren Johnson, he's got some company back there, as well as Colin Davis trying to fight his way up into the transfer position. Davis currently in that 4th position, but he may have company from behind. James Lanceter, I apologize, trying to gain position. Now he loses his momentum. Ryan Ziotti, this time at a quarter number 4, he's going to take the heat race. Number 3 win. Sean Jones coming home in 2nd position. Ren Johnson coming home in that 3rd spot. Colin Davis grabs the transfer. No, he doesn't. Lanceter grabs it from him at a quarter number 4. He's going to get the transfer spot. Davis finishes 5th. Good racing here in heat race number 3 here. And again, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us here late on this Friday night. Kind of a last minute gig for me. I didn't get a chance to drink any energy drinks here, so I apologize if I do seem out of my game. Now for heat race number 4, second to last heat race of the night. Starting on pole, going to be Marcus Hardina in that 18 machine. Camden Robustelli going to be to his outside. Ryan Plexico starting in that 3rd spot. 4th is going to be Ryan Martinez. Brad Bain starting 5th. 6th going to be Danny Davis. Cody Fendley starting in that 7th position. And last on the field is going to be Stephen Campbell, failing to make the call here for heat race number 4. Hardina going to be getting these guys up and going here to the green flag this next time around. Camden Robustelli going to be to his outside. The iRacing official pace truck makes its way down into the safety of the infield once again. 8 cars looking to take the green flag. 7 cars rather. 1 car failed to make the call. Hardina is going to be on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 4. The 18 gets a good jump now down at a quarter number 3. They got company back there for that 2nd position. It's almost going to be 3 cars under a blanket now as Robustelli manages to pull off. He's going to try to ride away. Now battle for that 3rd spot back there. Plexico, he may have some company. Ripping on the outside, it's going to be Martinez. He got a little bit too high there, almost up into the outside marbles. Martinez now trying to look for that 3rd spot. He wants the reassurance. He wants to make sure that he's going to be locked into this main event. Martinez gets it off the outside. Now Plexico is going to have to work even harder for that transfer position. No company back there for him so far. Over the outside wall goes Martinez right in front of him. That could have been disastrous. Still a battle for this 3rd position back here. Plexico down low once again. He's going to chop the nip bar down off of Martinez up on the high side now. Down low, down the back straight away. Martinez not going to be able to make anything happen. He's going to have to try to regather if he wants that position. I think these guys are pretty content with where they're riding so far. Again, top 4 locked into the main event. Hardina going to be out on a Friday night cruise out front of this thing so far. Consistency is going to be key to winning the main events out here. And even the heat races, of course, these small little dashes here as we take 2 to go this time. But you got to try to find that consistent line. You can't be too hard on the throttle, especially as the track starts to slicken off here. It's going to get harder and harder for these guys to keep these things underneath them. Again, the power to weight ratio on these things is absolutely ridiculous. So it's going to be hard, again, to keep control under the wheel spin. Now this time, at corner number 4, Marcus Ardina is going to come around and get the heat race number 4 win. Camden Robustelli going to come home in second. Plexico comes home in third. Ryan Martinez grabs that transfer spot. And Brad Bain just outside in that 5th position. Now on to your final heat race of the night. Darren Brown going to be starting on pole, first row inside. Justin Winter going to be starting outside of him in that 2nd position. Josh Young starting in that 3rd spot. Fourth's going to be Sean Whitney. Chase Osborne starting in that 5th position. Dennis Gilcrease going to be starting 6th. Jesse Taylor in that 7th position, and Buddy Mills Jr. going to be starting 8th on the field. And I just got word from our executive producer here, folks. If you are able to call the winner of the A-Main event before the A-Main starts, we'll give you $10. All you got to do is message the LSRTV Facebook page to claim. We can go back and chat and look. So right down here in the YouTube chat, ladies and gentlemen, make your picks for the A-Main winner. You've got until the start of the A-Main to do so. Green flag is in the air. Down at a corner number 2 this time around. It's going to be a lot of company up there for the race lead. Darren Brown trying to fight for positions. Up and over goes one car back there. We stay green, no cautions in the heat races. Side by side battle for the lead. Justin Winter up top. Josh Young down on the low side now. Josh Young trying to slow roll the bottom of this racetrack. Now he's going to make it work down low side. Let's see if he can hold it. New leader this time at a corner number 4, Josh Young. Justin Winter trying to make it stick down there, trying to follow the starter tracks. Now he runs up high. These guys may have company behind them soon. Darren Brown trying to track down your 2 leaders. Holding strong in that transfer spot at the moment. It's going to be Chase Osborne, that 2 machine. But he's got company back there as well. Dennis Gilcrease wants to sniff of that transfer position. He wants to get himself locked into the A-Main. See if he'll be able to make it work. We're already halfway to race here in this heat race number 5. Now coming up on 4 laps to go. Battle for the transfer spot is still on. Gilcrease down low. He clipped the Uke tire down there. He lost momentum. He's going to have to regroup and try again. So far, it's going to be Osborne that pulls away with that transfer position. Back out front, Josh Young still holds a strong lead out in front of this thing so far. And again, Justin Winter, he may have company back behind him here shortly. Darren Brown wants to try to hunt down that 2nd position. He's currently sitting back there in the 3rd spot. This time at a corner number 4, it's going to be white flag in the air for your leader, Josh Young. Young has pulled away to quite the gap here so far. And this time at a quarter number 4, he's going to get the heat race win. Heat race number 5 winner, Josh Young. Finishing second is going to be Justin Winter. Darren Brown finishing third, getting that transfer position. It's going to be Dennis Gilcrease. Chase Osborne finishing that 6th spot. I don't know what happened to him back there, but tough break for him. He's going to have to race his way in through the B main. So now it's consolation time, ladies and gentlemen. Starting on pole, 20-lap B main event. Brandon Wiley starting in that number 1 position. Michael Grenhart starting 2nd. Colton Davis starting in that 3rd position. Brad Bain starting 4th. 5th is going to be Jesse Taylor. Jessica Swanson starting in that 6th position. Kobe Kearns starting 7th. 8th is going to be Troy Stevenson. Kobe Finley going to be starting in that 9th spot. Chase Osborne starting 10th. That rounds out your top 10. Frederick Snyder going to be starting 11th. Jeffrey Briggs in 12th. 13th is going to be Tyler Blasher. Danny Davis starting in 14th spot. Sean Whitney starting in that 15th position. Michael Keebler starting 16th. 17th is going to be Darren Balestrini. Tony Steffenmeiser going to be starting at that 18th spot. And Stephen Campbell going to be starting in 19th. Failing to make the grid here tonight, Buddy Mills Jr. and Ron Lingron going to be scheduled for that 21st position. It's going to be 19 cars overall going for a B main win. 4 cars out of this 19-car field to the feature, folks. It's going to get interesting. It's almost like a mini A main here, but these guys all fighting to get into the main show. Wiley waiting to enter the start zone. He's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. B-main racing action. It's going to be a battle for the lead up front already. These guys all scrambling for position back behind them. Side by side, a drag race down off of corner number 4. Wiley ripping a high side. Down below him is going to be Grenhart. Grenhart going to be trying to fight down low now. He has to fall back to that 2nd position. These guys already starting to creep up on lap traffic. Colin Davis back there in that 3rd position. He wants that insurance. He wants to try to gain as many positions as he can to get himself locked into the A-main event. So far, sitting pretty. He's up there in that 3rd spot. Troy Stevenson currently in your transfer position in that 4th position. Almost a little bit of contact with the race vehicle in front of him. I believe that may have been Colton Davis out of control up there. Davis collects it under control once again. Now he falls back to the 4th position. All of these guys trying to find real estate all over this racetrack. Right now, Wiley's pulled out to a pretty good lead over Grenhart. Troy Stevenson back there in that 3rd position. Colin Davis holding strong in 4th. Chase Osborne trying to hunt down that transfer position now. It may be a battle up here shortly, folks, as these guys are starting to enter some pretty hefty lap traffic. Contact in front of them. Oh, man. I'm starting to lose track of everything. It's hectic out here on the racing surface here, ladies and gentlemen. So right now is your top 5 runs. Brandon Wiley, look out, race car in the middle of the racetrack once again. And again, no caution flags here in the heat races, the consolation. Wiley up there in the lead. Grenhart 2nd, Troy Stevenson in 3rd. Osborne did take over that 4th position. Whitney in 5th, and Colin Davis fell all the way back to that 6th spot. Almost halfway down already. We're going to be taking 11 laps to go this time at the line. Brandon Wiley still with a good lead out front, trying to avoid all of the mayhem he is, and so far doing a pretty good job forward. Grenhart going to be still chilling back there in that 2nd position. He may have company from Stevenson back there here soon. If trends stay, he can't get around this lap traffic in front of him, so it seems. Look out, Grenhart, and he's going to have to thread the needle right here. And then he does so successfully. Maybe I speak too soon. He has to duck below another lap car. And he gets through successfully, threading the needle. There was that 12 machine down low, down high, trying to find any real estate on the racetrack that he could. Stevenson still back there in that 3rd position. Chase Osborne still hanging on to the 4th spot so far. Wiley, I mean, oh, look out, your leader almost got collected up in a big mess there down at a corner number 4. He manages to hang on. He's seeing all this out of his rock screen here. More trouble in front of him, car upside down. We stay green even still. Brandon Wiley avoiding all of the mayhem here out onto the racing surface. What a hectic P-main we have here so far, ladies and gentlemen. Already just 5 laps to go. Wiley now takes 4 to go. Top four stayed the same. Those are all going to be your transfer positions into the A main, ladies and gentlemen. Now 3 to go at the line. Wiley, he's had to avoid pretty much everything that's been thrown at him, including a full-size race car, folks. Including multiple full-size race cars, I should say. So Wiley in the 33, making it happen here in the B main, as well as the rest of your top four. Not going to be easy. They didn't make it easy here for you guys to be able to transfer into this feature. White flag in the air for the 33 machine. He makes his way down the back straightaway. Just 2 more clean corners. Look out in front of him. Contact the lap car. At a corner number 4, your B main winner, Brandon Wiley. Grenhardt's coming around to finish in that second position. Stevenson finishing 3rd across the line. Chase Osborne now comes in 4th. 5th, just outside of that transfer spot, it's going to be Sean Whitney. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut to a quick break. Be sure to stay right here with us. We've got A-Main racing action here next, live on LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Stick around.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now. They say everything is bigger.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LSRTV. It's A-Main racing time. Now for your starting lineup. A-Main Racing, starting on pole, the number 4, Ryan Winner. Ridge Abbott going to be to his outside. Ryan Ziotti going to be starting in that 3rd position. 4th is going to be Marcus Sardina. Josh Young starting in that 5th position. That rounds out your top 5. Starting 6th going to be Zachary Green. Nick Velasquez going to be starting 7th. Sean Jones starting 8th on the 9th. Cameron Robustelli going to be starting 9th. And starting 10th is going to be Justin Winter. Cody Major starting 11th, Cody Peters starting 12th, Ren Johnson in 13th, 14th is going to be Ryan Plexico, Darren Brown in 15th, Mark Hansing 16th, Richard Lewis starting 17th, 18th is going to be James Lannister, Ryan Martinez starting in that 19th position, Dennis Gilcrease going to be starting 20th. That rounds out your top 20. 21st is going to be Brandon Wiley, Grenner going to be starting in the 22nd position, 23rd is going to be Troy Stevenson, and rounding out the field in that 24th spot is going to be Chase Osborne. Ladies and gentlemen, A-Main racing time. All of these drivers are ready to put on a show for you. 40 laps here around the Fairbury Speedway. Ryan Winter going to be your control car this next time at a corner number 4. You all have your picks again. If you pick the right winner of the A-Main before the A-Main started, you could have a shot at $10. Pace car is in. Race fans, buckle your seatbelts. WSDCA style, it's showtime! Down at a corner number 2, this time by Ryan Winter's going to hold the lead. It's going to be close, almost contact back there for the second position. Caution flag is in the air for the first time of the night. Michael Grenner going to be around back there down through corners number 1 and 2. Go back on LSRTV replay and see what happens. And it looked like, contact with the car that was coming down off the wall. Couldn't quite catch a number back there, but that's going to be the 12 Grenner going around and catching the bad end of that stick. Almost collected your leader up there as well. Ryan Winter almost got collected into that after the caution came out, so fortunate break for him. These guys got to stack back up, and we're going to try this again. Being told that was a 5 car that bounced off the wall up there. So these guys stack back up. Delaware style start for these guys. They're stacked back up, ready to go back. Green flag racing, control car. Ryan Winter this time through the start zone. He's on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air. What a restart for the Ford machine. Down on the low side. He's going to rip the bottom of the racetrack now. Ryan Winter. And up front, it's going to be a battle for second behind him. It's going to be 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 even. Back there behind these guys. Close racing all around this Fairbury Speedway so far. Diotti up there now all the way up to that second position. He's got his eyes set on your leader. It's going to be the Ryan and Ryan show up front once again, as we've seen week after week here so far. All of these race car drivers now starting to get themselves configured and spread out here around this Fairbury Speedway. Diotti up on the high side, and he was making ground, but caution flag flies once again. Upside down car down in corner number 1. Or corner number 3, rather. I'm sorry. Well, that was Ryan Martinez that went upside down. Go back on replay and see what happened. And it started back in corner 2. A little bit of contact from a car behind him. It got him all out of shape. He tried to get back up out of the racetrack and just ran across the nose and up to the outside wall. And that'll send him up and over. He's going to pack up his hauler and head home as he pulls it behind the wall. So, we've seen this many a times here with the Western States Dwarf Car Association here, their COVID-19 Sim Series. The Ryan and Ryan show up front once again. Ridge Abbott going to be starting in that 3rd spot. That'll make up your top 3. These guys getting ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Green flag is back in the air once again here. Feature racing. Down at a corner number 2. Diotti up to the outside wall. He's going to go up and over. Caution flag will fly once again. Maybe not yet. Ryan Diotti went up and over. No caution out onto the speedway. Still Ryan Winter up front. Now caution flag flies. Oh man, that was a big big-time implications for your second placement, and maybe fan favorite according to the picks here tonight. Ryan Ziotti, he ran just a little bit too high that time out of quarter number 2. Heading down the back straightaway, he gets up and over and all out of shape and collected up, and big impact for that number 57 machine, Ryan Ziotti. So Ziotti, despite the impact, he's still out there running around. Man, oh man. So Ryan Winter going to be back up front. Zachary Green managed to come out with that second position. Ridge Abbott going to be back there in the third spot once again. Sean Jones and Marcus Sardina going to round out your top 5. These guys stack up once again. Green flag is back in the air. Ryan Winter rocking that high side now. He's got to be careful. We already saw one car get collected up there by the outside wall. It's not very forgiving, and that concrete comes out at you hard. Battle back there for the second position, almost 3 wide back there for second now. These guys all trying to get it settled out. 3 wide once again, down off of quarter number 4. Oh man, it's getting dicey out here. Zachary Green falling back to the 4th spot. He's got company below him now once again. Marcus Ordina trying to make some noise down low. 3 almost 4 wide down there for this third position now. Several cars under a blanket. Car in the middle of the racetrack. We've got problems. No caution out of the speedway yet. Everybody may have been able to get cleared up in that situation. Ryan Winter still holds a solid lead out front of this thing so far. Now caution flag flies. So we came around, we took the lap, now caution flag flies once again. And I do believe it was for that incident back there that last time out of 2. So back under pace speed once again. Still going to be Ryan Winter out front of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, I think right now, for those of you that picked Ryan Winter to win this event, you guys are probably right on the edge of your seats here so far. I do believe we're going to be going back green flag racing this time. By that we are. The field stacks up, double up, and lights back on the pace truck. These guys going to give the wave around the opportunity to catch back up to the field. Smart move for the officials there. So we're going to try this once again. See if we can come around to the green flag. This time by Ryan Winter, going to be your control car. He's on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air. Down at a quarter number 2, it got tight for that second position back there. Abbott rocking the high side. Now it's going to be 3 wide up there. He gets the wall. He somehow manages to hang on to that second position. He's got company down low. All of these guys trying to fight for position. That's Sean Jones all the way down on that low side. Abbott trying to hang on up top. Sean Jones, he hits the slick, not quite able to hang on to that momentum. Now it's going to be a battle back there for the third position. Caution flag flies once again. Car upside down at a quarter number 4. That's going to be the 25. Big trouble down there as he hits a Uke tire and goes up and over. Looks like he was trying to maybe make a pass, and He got into that attack and was coming up on Jones fast, and he goes for a wild ride down at a corner number 4 off of a Uke siren. Man, do they jump out at you. So not this time, but I believe next time around we should be getting the 1 to green signal from your iRacing starter. Again, Ryan Winter out front. Ridge Abbott going to be holding on to that second position, and Marcus Hardina so far going to round out your top 3. Sean Jones, Mark Hansen going to be your top 5. Lights are off on top of the iRacing official pace truck. He's going to duck down into the safety of the infield once again. Ryan Winter, your control car here. Less than 10 laps to go with this feature event. Green flag is back in the air once again. Down into corner number 1, the Ford car is going to lead the way. Abbott going to be rocking that high side right there in his tire tracks. He's going to hang on. It's going to be a battle for third behind him. Sean Jones trying to pull the big slide job. One car nearly up and over towards mid-pack. These guys stay clean and green. Everybody kept it straight. Jones with a slide job. Hard on the binders is Ridge Abbott. Now it's going to stack the rest of the field up. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars under a blanket. It's going to be a miracle if these guys can all hang on to it. Such a tight quarter-mile racetrack, even for these midgets, and these guys are making it work tonight. Darren Brown trying to make noise up there, or down on that low side. We got a car up and over towards the back. See if we can manage to keep it green here. Darren Brown all the way up into that third position, rocking that bottom side. He's got company up above him as caution flag flies once again. I believe that's going to be Chase Osborne back there. And that it was. One car was up and over down out of corner number 4. Man, that was Ridge Abbott getting up and over out of turn 4. He was all the way up into the second position at one point here tonight. Oh, he just right reared that wall and taking a wild ride, and Osborne goes around and manages to somehow collect it. Good driving there, but wild ride for that one machine. And folks, we are going to go into a green-white checkered scenario. Lights off on top of the iRacing official pace truck. It's going to be pulling down into the pit lane this time down into the safety of the infield. Ryan Winter still going to be your control car once again. He's gotten such great restarts so far here tonight. He just needs one more on the throttle. Green flag is back in the air. Following right in his tire tracks is going to be Sean Jones now. He may have company. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead. Winter's going to pull out of it. He's going to take the white flag this time by. Winter out front of this thing even still. They're wrecking behind him. We're going to stay green. This time at a corner number 4, it's going to be Ryan Winter. He's going to win your A main here tonight in Fairbury. Ryan Winter. Ryan Winter wins it after a chaotic A-main event. And he's going to celebrate it down here on the front stretch. How about some dirt donuts? Awesome job to Ryan Winter. We run down the post-race results here real quick, folks. Ryan Winter coming home with the win. Richard Lewis up there in that second position. Unbelievable night for him. He manages to steal a podium finish away from him as well. Darren Brown comes home in that third spot. Nick Velasquez finishing in that fourth position. Josh Young finishing 5th. 6th is going to be Marcus Ardina. Cody Peters finishing 7th. Mark Hansen going to be 8th. 9th is going to be Ridge Abbott after a tough break for him. Chase Osborne going to be finishing in that 10th position. The rest of the results will flash on your screen. I want to point out Ryan Ziani came all the way back to 11th, ladies and gentlemen. So good recovery from him after being upside down earlier in this event. So as we finish up with your results here, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to the Post Race Show. We'll be back here live at LSRTV.
They say everything is bigger. These guys down in Texas aren't messing around. This feature race will separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. Can you handle racing 300 laps for $25,000? It's not as easy as you think. We don't stop to tow those too weak. We just push them out of the way. We don't run 20 laps. We run 300 each night. We don't care about what you and your boys have under the hood. Bring all you got. Don't be scared. Call my Cowboy Jack today to get signed up. It all goes down on October 2nd and 3rd in Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Kenny Wallace is coming back this year to try again. You don't have excuses. Go to LoneStar600.com now.
Welcome back, race fans, to LSRTV, your home for sim racing. Here with the Clan Wars Servers post-race show. Clan Wars Servers, the official communication partner of LSRTV. And by the way, if you picked Ryan Winter, aka Justin Young, Dennis Gilcrease, Justin, Dennis, you guys just won $10 for picking tonight's A-Main winner. And speaking of race winners, I've caught up with him down here in Victory Lane. He's at a race car now. Your winner here tonight, Ryan Winter. Ryan, what a hectic A-Main event. You come home in the win. You managed to escape all the chaos out there on track. How you feeling?
Feeling really good. The car actually felt really good. When it goes up to the top set at this track, you got to be really careful. Right rear, you just touch it on the wall, you're going to be flipping. So I was playing a little cautious. I didn't see anyone give me sliders or anything, so I stayed a little off the wall. I was lucky that I got to kind of run the race by starting on the pole, so that helped a lot. But it feels really good to come home with the win.
Yeah, man, go through and tell us a little bit about this track condition out here. Obviously it was slick and the high side was the way to rock, but did you manage to catch any other sense of grip out there other than rocking that high side, or what was the track conditions like out there?
I thought the track conditions were pretty racy. At the start of the race, the bottom was really good, and then it started to get a little shiny in 1 and 2, and on that one restart, after it started to get a little shiny, I decided it was time to go up top. But this track, kind of like Lernerville last week, there is some grip that you got to look for. There's little grip strips that you could hit, especially in the middle of 1 and 2. There's some grip strip that you can move off the cushion a little bit and get a good run on people too. So it's a really fun track. This track really reminds me of Placerville Speedway that we run our local dwarf cars at, and I love running that cushion.
Absolutely, man, and it helps you come home with a race win. Hey, you got some fans out there that picked you to win and that just won some money. How does that make you feel?
that feels really good because if going into this, I wouldn't have picked myself.
Well, you showed a lot of speed out here tonight, Ryan. Is there anybody that you want to thank or give a shout out to here tonight?
Oh yeah, I always got to thank my wife. We have a newborn. He's a week and a half old, and she's in the bedroom taking care of him so I could race this race. So she's amazing. My mom, my dad, my brother, they all race, and then Sean, he's my brother-in-law. He races with me too. But Dorfrold, Spanky, M&M Chassis, they're my sponsors in the Dwarf car, and they really helped me out. DRI with the shocks. That guy could set any race car up, and he's one hell of a race car driver.
Congratulations on the newborn, by the way. And of course, coming home with the race win here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is your race winner here tonight from Fairbury, Ryan Windsor. And so I do believe, folks, that is going to about wrap up our coverage here live at LSRTV. Keep in mind, Justin Young, Dennis Gilcrease, if you guys as long as you guys send a message to the LSRTV Facebook page within 24 hours, you can collect your $10 for picking the race winner, the A-Main race winner here before the A-Main starts. And we got to give a quick shout out to tonight's event sponsors. Obviously, a huge shout out to the Western States Dwarf Car Association for putting this race on here tonight. Of course, we're all locked up. We got to have something to bring a little light on the situation, and all these iRacing events and these bigger iRacing events that these guys are putting on to do so really brightens the spirit. So huge shout out to those guys. Of course, Steven Alberti, Tim Gilbert, Danny Davis, Bain Racing, M&M Chassis. Everybody that went out to put on this event tonight. Huge shout out to those guys. And of course, our sponsors here, Clan Wars Servers, Sawblade.com, Fame Design and Media, East Coast Motorsports Media, and of course, 52 Media and Race on Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tune in on Sunday. USMTS Modifieds going to be taken over here on LSRTV and on their Facebook page. It's going to be a really good show. It was last week, and we made top 10 on the iRacing highlight reel from that race. So it's going to be an awesome show. Be sure to tune in for that one. From Charles Newton behind the cameras here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, myself, Brandon Kreutz, here up at the announcer's booth. Once again, we bid you good racing and good night, and we will see you next time.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.